And we're back. Welcome back to Semifinals of Women's Tournament at INDISC 2024. I'm Amy Gunson of Aimless Pinball.
I'm Ian Harrower of Ian Harrower Games.
And I'm Tracy Lindberg, Bells and Chimes Worldwide.
It's great to be back. That first round was great. We had the tiebreaker there. 3 people tied at 7, where they had a playoff on Metallica. And they're playing on a great bank today. Tracy, were you playing? Did you do qualifying cards?
I did. I played in the women's tournament and finished in 17th. I was in 16th up until 10:56 p.m. last night. Qualifying ended at 11th, and I got knocked down.
Oh, that's the worst feeling. The worst feeling.
It was a great set of competitors. Really great scores on the games. It was a tough competition this weekend.
Yeah, and they put such a good bank together. The Mystery Castle, one that we don't often see. Joker Poker, one of my favorites to play. Metallica, Tommy. What else?
Stars.
Bad Girls. So a good mix of eras and games.
So, Amy, you got to stream the pre-tournament event.
I did. That was really great over at Riverside Game Lab. Matt and I set up Aimless Pinball. I think there were 60 competitors out there. It's just a walking distance from where we are now. Got to have a lot of great streamers hop in. Really fun.
Yeah, it was a good event, and I enjoyed your coverage of Pinball at the Lab as well, when you stepped in when Carl couldn't make it.
Very lucky to get to do that. With short notice, we had just a few days' notice to get everything together, and we'd never streamed before. So that was only our first stream. Our second stream was down in Phoenix at Electric Bat. Tracy, you were playing there.
Yes, I did. I played it that weekend. That was fantastic. Thank you for streaming that.
Yeah, and Tracy, you're putting together the Starfighters tourney. It's coming up quickly.
Yes, Starfighters Pinball Festival is coming up February 1st through the 4th. Getting excited for yet another weekend of not very much sleep and a whole lot of pinball fun.
And Ian, how are you doing this weekend?
This weekend's been sort of mixed. I think I was 1 point out in target match play, which was a great recovery after opening with 4 zeros in the first 5 rounds. So I felt good about that. Classics, I was above the line. I still am above the line, but I will bleed out. I'm pretty confident. Main's not going so well, but it's a fun weekend. This is a great event. This is pretty much my favorite pinball event, and I'm glad to be back at it. First time here at the Riverside Convention Center, and this is a great space. It's really open. There's a lot of space. It's not crowded, even though there's tons of people here, and it's been a great time.
Yeah, I know this morning, I think there were already 275 people who had been qualifying for the open event. So I think a little bit bigger numbers from last year, and now being Saturday, I think we're going to see that grow. And I believe the women's tourney had upper 70s in entries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this has to be one of the bigger women's events around.
Yeah. And they're selecting games right now, so we'll be shooting over to that tournament shortly.
I was checking it out. Yeah, 77 women put in a card for the tournament, for the women's tournament. And card-based is a very interesting style.
It's tough.
5 games on a card, so you end up with one game that is rough, can be okay. You end up with 2 games that are a little bit low on your card, and that card is not going to be advancing you to the finals. So putting together 5 good games on one card, it can be an interesting challenge.
Yeah, it rewards consistency, and so that's really what separates the better players from, those who just can get a good game in there on a fluke. So I know it's hard for me.
And Tracy, how have you seen the growth in the Bells and Chimes and the women's leagues? Like, you sort of are a big part of this ecosystem. So how has that been going?
Yeah, so I manage the creation of new chapters of Bells and Chimes, and I would say I get at least 1 to 2 requests a week for new regions that want to put a Bells and Chimes chapter in their area. So it's a wonderful sign that more women are playing pinball, and they want to recruit even more women to play pinball. So it's a beautiful thing to see, and we do try to keep Bells chapters a little bit distanced from each other. There are other women's groups that are not Bells and Chimes chapters, so we're just kind of one part of the women's pinball ecosystem. But yeah, there's the growth. It kind of takes me by surprise. I check the email and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, here's another 2 or 3 chapters that want to get started. So
Speaking of new chapters, LA, here in Los Angeles, is starting up a chapter. It had been dormant for a while, it's starting up again. The next tournament is February 6th, I believe at 82. They've got a Facebook group that you can find. We have the chapter down in Orange County, but for those who live in LA, you know that that's an hour and a half or 2 hours at times to drive. So yeah, as you're saying, it's totally growing.
And Women's World Championships is becoming more of a thing now. Like, we've got our dollar fee for women's now, so there's actually a prize pool. So there's a lot on the line now.
yeah, and this year's Women's World Championship coming up in March. And the standings closed yesterday, or at least they closed on Thursday, and they were rebuilt. So what you see online now, those are the final standings for calendar year 2023. So it looks good. It looks good. It looks like maybe I get a spot once again in the Women's World Championship. Super excited about that. Looking forward to traveling in March to try again. It's a wonderful format. We play a lot of rounds of group match play, and then the top 16 move on to a head-to-head best of 7 on the second day. So it is wonderful, and the camaraderie at that tournament is amazing.
And that's Indiana this year?
Yes, Indiana, I believe Wizards World.
And states are coming up as well for women. So January 21st, here in California, that's down at Captain's Arcade. Tracy, I assume you're playing in the Arizona. Oh, and we're here to games. Looks like we might be doing practice games at the moment.
Yeah.
No, there shouldn't be any practice.
I think it is practice. Yeah.
They do have practice?
Yeah, they have 30 seconds of practice.
Oh, I should have read. My apologies. That's exciting. I see I didn't make the finals, so I didn't get to experience that in round 1.
Our producers were confirming, yes, this is practice, and looks like they just finished practice and we're going to the live game.
Star Trek Next Generation. This game has some brutal outlanes, so making your shots is extremely critical. And it seemed like, as I was watching, I did a lot of scorekeeping this weekend, it seemed like a lot of people were going for the Picard maneuver, which is start with warp 4 and then go around the left orbit and hit the side ramp. And as you're advancing those warps, you're going to light your super spinner, which can be extremely lucrative. This was a great spinner. It gave you lots of spins when you hit it.
All right, so we have Yasmine stepping up as player 1 here. I think we are now live game. So yeah, there's a few other approaches to the game. You can play video mode all day. Is a viable strategy if you're confident with it, and you can hit the right ramp, which is here. And then you will also see a lot of players just progressing towards multi-ball, which you can light lock off of your skill shot. We'll see if any players choose that instead of warp 4, and then that shot will lock balls. And I'm still trying to...
And Stacy chose to start mission. This one, you're trying to get the ball back into the back into those cannons.
So it makes this a reasonable competitive game. There's a lot of choice. There's situational awareness to choose what you want to do at any moment.
Jane going for warp 4.
So in this position, I would like to shoot the ramp, then straight to the spinner, and then the side ramp. This was a good combo for me when in my qualifying games. That ramp was pretty friendly, pretty easy to hit.
Nice drop catch there to get the ball back under control. Get a shot at the spinner. A little early, players can tend to be a little nervous in the finals. You'll tend to notice no one misses shots late when they're in a final situation. When you get kind of on edge, you're tending to, you got to calm yourself down. You're tending to hit things a little early. But I'm sure Jane will find it.
And we are seeing those out lanes that you talked about, Tracy, that they are hungry.
Yes, they are. It's tough to save it because those cannons block your view of the in lanes. And so you really, like, if they get anywhere over there, bump it out, bump it out.
And sort of traditional slingshots are 3 posts that make a triangle. There's actually a 4th side to these, and it kind of directs it to the outside a lot more than a traditional slingshot.
We just saw her get her bonus multiplier there. Ooh, early again. Nice right ramp. Yes, there we go. Oh, a little late. Yeah, that side ramp shot from the upper flipper was earlier than you'd expect it to be to successfully hit it.
The flipper seems very powerful, and you can almost like overshoot that shot.
Kick back.
Nice to see Carrie just slow it down, find the shot. There we go.
There we go. Made it around.
Can you guys remind me where Carrie plays out of?
I believe she's from Vancouver Island.
Okay.
And she's actually, her hat, the Neon Ranch, is her new pinball facility that she is opening up,
Oh,
I believe, if I
exciting.
remember correctly. So I think they're trying to make that a competitive pinball location on Vancouver Island.
Ball 1 complete. Carrie's got a decent lead at the moment, but we got 2 more balls from each competitor.
Going back to work 4, staying with the strategy, staying with the approach.
Got a lock lid on the right orbit.
That was a big, lighting the kickback there is huge. Cut out one of the 3 ways you can drain.
Mission start. Asteroid, I love this one. Straight back into the mission start shot again. I believe 3 of these, maybe 4, will get you the artifact. Artifact's worth 50 million points, so it's worth hitting a few shots in that mode.
Oh, no.
Oh. Jane, based in Chicago, with her channels, Hot Nudge.
Got an in lane, that's nice. Oh, don't use the kickback there. Thank goodness for the kickback, but makes me nervous when it gets when it
you have
gets
to use
used,
it.
especially with how those out lanes are. Okay, nice spinner.
Very consistent from that trap. Just hasn't quite found it on the fly. Successful post pass. A little squirrely, but got over there and hit their spinner. So let's see if she goes with that again. Nice. Oh.
No. And there goes that out lane.
She consumed that kickback on that up and over earlier, and it just sort of paid the price later. Still some progress, putting her into second place there.
So Carrie reached a high enough warp value from her spinner and ramp combos that she only got an option at warp 2 for the launch. instead of warp 4. Oh no.
Another up and over there with that kickback. Again, we don't want to use that too early.
Nice. Warp 4.
Carrie's doing a great nudge when it's getting near that out lane to get it into the in lane instead of the out lane. Oh.
Still gonna feel good with
So
with that score.
Significantly.
wraps up ball 2. Each player has 1 left. Our other group is playing now on Joker Poker.
Sticking with the same strategy. It's a little late to explore something else. You're not gonna progress to multi-ball now, so. Oh. That should kick
Oh.
again, yep. So still in the grace period of the kickback.
Friendly in lane. No.
Stacy has to do something to pass that, so. Guess mine has an out here to get a point still.
She still has the option of warp 4 though. A few good spinner ramp combos. Bring her right back in it. There's
Nice.
one.
The ball is hung up somewhere behind, under that beta quadrant ramp. Presumably the pop bumpers will clear this on a ball search. There it goes.
Warp 6.
Going asteroid threat. Center shots again and again.
Nice tip over. There we go. There's the first one.
All shots 8 million. Reasonable value to lock in. Nice save.
Save. Now the spinner is lit for one of her shots here. So I'd go back to that warp ram combo. Made it around.
So that was a lock shot.
Looks like she's got super spinner running.
Warp 9.1. Right, getting up there. These are very valuable combos now.
Solid, solid comeback there on ball 3.
So with that, we know Yasmine is going to take 4th place in this game, but still plenty of games to go.
So Tracy, what's your mental state here? You've got like a fair bit to go to chase one player and a lot of space to go to chase the next one. What are you doing?
I have a tendency to always be going for the highest score I can get. I don't do a good job of saying let me just move from 3rd into 2nd and then 2nd into 1st.
So you're committed to the win.
Yeah. for better or worse. I probably, get a point. I should probably focus on get into second first. But I think the strategy wouldn't change for me, whether trying to
Star
take
Trek.
first or second in this. Oh, that was a rough tilt there.
So Carrie gets a walk-off.
It's always a good feeling.
So Carrie will take 4 points. Stacy will take 2. Jane will take 1, and Yasmine will take 0. And is this a bank of games, or are they selecting games after each round? I should know the rules before I come into the booth.
They've already selected their games, so they'll move on to Mystery Castle and then Stars. And our second group is playing Joker Poker, Star Trek, and then Funhouse.
I am here for the dancing skeletons. This is exciting times. I want to see some skeletons dance.
The hardest to commentate, the scores aren't there.
But you can tell in the playfield. You know what's going on, you just don't know quite what it's worth.
Yep.
I am really interested in the Open, whether the top qualifier is going to pull Mystery Castle in. I think the odds are somewhat reasonable.
And that Open tournament, that is Sunday morning? Is
Yes.
that right? Sunday at 10. Classics has their tournament tonight at 5. And the high stakes finals are tomorrow. Do you know what time that is?
It'll be after the Open. So I forget exactly what. It's fairly late. So we don't have results yet from our other group, but we'll be moving on to Mystery Castle. So, fill some more dead airways with casual conversation. Oh no, we're good.
We're already here. Already here. So it looks like order. Yasmine is in fourth, going to be player 4 this time. So Carrie's taken first, Stacy second, Jane third, and then Yasmine.
Okay, so the beginning of this game, the ball's going to shoot around, and the right ramp is a skill shot, but the key is you really want to be collecting items. So you can see on the playfield which item is lit.
Yep. And then there's the ramps to collect the items, the right ramp, the left ramp, and the middle shot, the white flashing
Sort of that,
arrows.
that, and
And the side ramp
Oh, this
also,
one.
and the left orbit sometimes. Oh yeah, currently lit, yeah. There is a little target that she just hit that will change which shots are lit to collect.
And your important items are your skull and your crown, correct?
Indeed.
So you want this one and this one.
And the crown you get after you've completed all of the items, but the skull, the items will move around with the pop bumpers. Yeah, and that right ramp was a little earlier than you might normally think it would be. And you have to hit it solid, because if you don't get it up all the way around, it's going to fall into the pops, and it won't actually register your item. So this is mega mode. It starts from the scoop after hitting enough right ramps, or maybe it starts from the right ramp too if you've hit enough right ramps. 2-ball, multi-ball, quickly.
Not a game we see often in tournaments. Fortunate to have one here at INDISC in the Women's Bank.
Restarted the mega mode right there.
All right, she's got some control now. So now, just keep looping these ramps for 5 million apiece.
Out of that multi-ball, but made some progress. Got
Item lights have opened the one on the far left now.
It's nice. I had seen on a stream last year that Jim made a modification to this game that when you shoot that left orbit and it comes out, you can hold up the left flipper and get a shot at those side shots, and that's not normally how Mystery Castle would play. Smart to time out Pandora's box. It's not worth a whole lot. You want to get more items. Rough drain there.
There's some decent progress on item collecting for ball 1. $77, is that where that finished? It's a little hard to read.
That sounds like a reasonable guess.
Yep.
He picked up a danger, but got it back under control. Was pleasantly surprised that that left ramp is backhandable. Nice, got a side ramp, or side, I guess that's a side orbit. Some of these items just award, and then you're ready to collect another item right away, and some of them begin a mode.
And most of the modes are, compared to the value of moving on to more items,
Use the kickback.
very
there.
risky.
The kickback can be relit by the 3 targets on the left-hand side there, just under the upper flipper. Still in potion round. Items are ready to be clicked again. Trying for that left ramp, it looks like. I always get excited when it goes in the pops. I'm like, could it be the skull? But it did not move her item to her skull yet. Oh, got a mega mode ready. When you see that green light lit at the scoop, that is your mega mode, your mini 2-ball multi-ball. This should be 25 million a jackpot. Looks like her side shots are the ones that are lit now. Gotta hit that left orbit. Hold up the flipper.
To 133, you can see the value of having 25 million jackpots instead of 5 million jackpots, which is the difference between those two multi-balls.
So 157 for Stacy.
And good progress once again on items. Got a skill shot. You can repeat that skill shot. And she's doing that beautifully there.
Over it for an item. The bell.
Oh, nice save from that outlane.
Looks like you can move this game. That's nice.
This one is coat of arms, and the drop targets are where the points are. They're not huge, but Jane is going to time it out.
Took a danger there.
When I was playing this, it was my goal to hit that right ramp as much as I could early on to try to light the mega mode so I could get that 2-ball multi-ball going.
Kickback consumed.
Uh-oh.
$72, so around the same ballpark as Carrie. So Tracy, did you find there's like out of the possible ramp shots, are there safer ones and harder ones on this instance, or did they all flow pretty well?
The left ramp was slightly easier because you could hit it from both flippers, and the right ramp took me a while. And then again, yes, if you don't hit it super solid, she just dropped into the pops rather than going all the way around. So I guess I preferred the left ramp if I was going to choose where a shot would be, but they were both pretty hittable.
So mostly you just take the item shot that's available from your flipper.
Yeah, I did several times go for that target that will change what shot is lit. We haven't seen, we'll reach a point when enough items have been collected that fewer shots are lit, and the harder ones are the only ones.
Nice tip over there. The awareness to know to hold up that right flipper just to get that little tip is amazing.
So that'll wrap up the first ball for everybody. A lot of good items collected.
Carrie's got 5 complete, it looks like. I did find it difficult to survive long enough to reach the crown. Didn't pull it
Skill
off in
shot there.
qualifying. It'd be wonderful if we see the wizard mode here today.
Trying to figure out how to get to the item shots, which are both on the right.
Yeah, the post pass was not a super reliable thing. Oh,
and
wasn't super reliable for me, but she just made it look easy. There's the item.
the bell, which will let her just collect another item straight away.
Go for the backhand. Nope. Post pass. Nice.
Nice. Carrie's making great progress towards her items here.
Oh, a great save there.
So points would be in drop targets, but she's going to time this one out.
Yeah, the modes are relatively quick, and items are where it's at. So putting the ball in danger to pick up a few points when there's a whole lot more points coming isn't quite worth it.
Nice drop catch. All right, this is where she wants it. Ramp shot. Ooh. Yeah, solid on that post pass.
I loved the backhand, actually. I found it a little bit easier than the forehand. Sometimes it wouldn't go all the way up and around that ramp.
Kickback consumed, but still alive.
Okay.
Oh. Disappointed that she couldn't get dialed in on that ramp. She was hitting it consistently earlier, but that's a lot of item progress. Even though point-wise, she's a little behind Stacy because of Stacy's 25 million jackpots in her multi-ball, I think item-wise, Carrie has more potential on ball 3 right now.
Yeah, just a few items away. Doom has got to show up there somewhere on ball 3.
save. There it goes.
The game is very kind to you. It talks to you when you use your ball save, and it says, "Good luck, you'll need it." Starting Mega Mode. Good save. Making the most of the 5 millions here.
Oh, beautiful bailout there.
Oh, I thought that was gonna give her a nice in lane, but
So she's up to 236. Quite a bit of a lead here. Still a little behind on items, but items don't matter if you can't score the points. So.
oh, 10 million from the mystery. And the portrait is lit, which is a mode worth playing. If we see her collect that item. Oh, next ball.
So 6 items. 6 items is decent progress through here.
And good points from those jackpots.
Yes, definitely. The multi-ball play was solid. Yeah, having taken 2 points in round 1, got to feel pretty good at 300 right now. Skill shot.
Jane's got that ramp dialed in. She did multiple skill shots, both balls. No. Oh, that ball save had gone out. Yasmine has 3 items so far. Ball save Grace. Yes, we heard the good luck, you'll need it. Just a little hint of it.
Kickback consumed.
Oh.
Straight out. Mean kickback. Mean kickback.
Yeah, that was cruel.
That takes us to our final ball. We'll see what we get here in the items. Hopefully we get to see that wizard mode. Hopefully we make it to see the skull. Big points there. So Carrie will finish up about 152. Sitting in second at the moment.
Hopefully we will see a Skull of Doom. Get down there. Left orbit is lit for an item. No.
These games, like all of them at INDISC, seem to be set up really fairly. you can move and nudge the machine, but you get a warning where it's appropriate without an instant tilt. Is that what you experienced, Tracy, when you were playing?
Yeah, tough but fair.
I think it's part of the card format. You don't want people busting their cards out because they have just a machine you can't touch. So set the machines up so people can play them.
Candelabra's a mode. She's going to time it out. Oh.
Oh, look what we have lit down there. Can we collect it?
All right.
Okay, deep breath, left orbit, yes.
Nice.
Now one more left orbit. Start a multi-ball.
Oh. Nice move to save that ball and survive it.
And there it is. We should get some dancing skeletons now.
Starting this at 151, and we will never see the score again.
But we get to enjoy the skeletons.
Yeah.
The red flashing lights are where the jackpots are.
Oh, this is great.
50
million.
Doom is...
Yes. Love those dancing skeletons.
So
We are out of that mode.
but we still have one dancing skeleton.
Well, and I believe once you get the skull, it's 2x playfield for the rest of the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jackpot.
Another jack-
Is that a 25? 50.
50.
Okay, so we should be somewhere around 250, 300. Oh, 370.
370.
That was a very nice ball.
That is the power of Doom.
Stacy's score is a bit tricky to see. That was do you guys remember 312? Is that right?
I think it might be 317, but yeah, 312, 317, somewhere around there. I think it's 3-1 something. See if Yasmin can get some stuff, get the ball under control, get some items here.
Oh, there's an item.
And chasing down that 152, you don't need to get to Doom. There's other scoring opportunities here.
I can't recall if she has played a mega mode.
I don't think she has yet. Right ramps to get to there?
Yes.
And then the green shot at the scoop?
Yeah. And then 25 million point jackpot, so very much worth getting some ramps in there, even if it's not lit for the item.
Go, item on the left orbit. In the mega mode.
Oh, she dropped in the, I didn't see it lit.
No.
No.
Maybe the left ramps count for it as well.
So there are 5 million jackpots here.
Oh, and we saw that with two different mega modes. One of them, so maybe that one starts differently and is worth 5 million, so she might still have the
Stuck
chance.
ball
Oh.
in the lane. She nudged into the kickback. The player is required to nudge that ball out or have the TD, activate the kickback and place it on the flipper in this case, but it's safe enough to nudge it out here.
She's hitting that ramp beautifully, but this is painting, I think, right now the Now it's the right ramp, sorry. Didn't make it all the way around.
And that moves that jackpot.
It's unfortunately on a side shot now. Back to items.
There is some bonus in this game. This will be close. I think this will pass.
She's done some good work here.
Bonus,
37 in bonus. That's going to
8
bring her into third place.
45.
Oh, nice.
All right. So we have an exciting final game. It matters.
We do. Let's see what those scores came out to.
And they're just going to move the rig and set things up, and we will get to this final game. So, Amy, do you have the other match?
The other match is finished Joker Poker, and they are on Star Trek now. So Emily is sitting on 4 points. Ariel is sitting on 2. Ashley is sitting on 1, and Leslie has a bit of work to do to move on.
All right, so coming down, this is the semifinals of the women's tournament here at It Never Drains in Southern California at the Riverside Convention Center. If you didn't make it out this year, make it out next year, because this is the place to be. This is one of the premier tournaments around. We've got the Open World Championships, a major, so it's worth more points than most of the other tournaments, and it's got a huge number of participants. Many of the top 100 are here. We've got classics, we've got women's, we've got target match play, so I'd recommend it.
It's well run. The volunteers, the staff have put a lot of effort into making sure an event for this many people runs smoothly. You have all your scorekeepers, you have techs that are always there fixing the games if anything goes wrong. Reliable, knowledgeable TDs. It's a great place to compete.
Yeah, it's a tournament I look forward to traveling in for every year.
And I had to shovel snow before I came here, so I also appreciate the January timeframe for the California tournament.
Being from Arizona, that's not as much of a draw, but it is gorgeous outside, and now we spend the entire day inside.
Yep. And we're playing stars now.
Those are exciting points. You said this game matters. It is a very close.
It's tight.
Very close grouping here. Stars, I am a big fan of classic Sterns. I have a Stars, a Meteor, and a Lightning that they're probably my favorite games to play in the house. And so Stars, as brutal as it is one of my favorites. So you want to complete all 5 stars on the play field, which can light special. For 100,000 points, one of those stars will light once you have all 5 lit. For 100,000, and you can get that as many times as you can stay alive and get it. Alternately, every star is worth 200 points on that spinner. It's going to spot you 1 when you launch the ball, and if you can get all 5 stars, that spinner is going to go up to 1,000 points a spin. And this spinner is beautiful. It has some great spin to it, so it is absolutely worth going for. That spinner that she just hit on the left lights by hitting the middle target on each of the banks, and can also be worth as much as the right-hand spinner.
And you can see there was the 7,000 was lit there. That's a really interesting feature of this game, that if you hit the 2 outside targets, then the center target lights for 7,000 points.
And it would have also given double bonus for completing. You just got to complete 1 side to get to the double bonus.
So a drop target fell on the reset, so they're going to confirm with ATD what the ruling should be. Yep. Even though I'm sure all of the players have a feeling what the ruling should be, but we will let the TDs decide.
A common issue with stars.
And this is one of those games with a bottom center post. Tracy, how is this one bouncing? Is it pretty reliable?
Not for me, but I have seen some other players get some lovely love off of that center post. But I was much more likely to hit it just a little bit off to one side or the other and drain immediately.
So the other approach you can sometimes see on this game is that people will alley pass to get the advanced bonus, to max that out before going to the drop targets for double and triple bonus.
Oh, top first ball for Jane.
And that is why we are grateful this game is set to 5 balls here at INDISC this year. Stars loves to give a house ball to people.
Did you find the plunge, was the plunge giving you the white star at the top? Like that?
It just did for her. I did not find that plunge, but I'm usually also trying to, I'm always hopeful I'm going to roll over that top rollover to begin adding to my bonus, and then hoping for a nice pop bumper into the white or the green.
No one running away with ball one. This is very much a game where if you get a hold of one ball, you can blow it up. So no one is ever out on stars.
And that's those house balls we've been talking about.
Stars is equal opportunity. It is going to give one to everyone. Yeah, one good ball can make all the difference.
So I guess this is our 1,000 bonus light is out. Got the advance bonus on the plunge.
Lovely to see the center post be kind.
Yep.
Takes a star, 2 stars.
Oh. And the nice thing that each star you hit is also going to add 1,000 in bonus if we didn't already mention that. So it's building your bonus too. Even if you hit an already lit star, it will also add 1,000 to your bonus.
Already up to 3 stars on that spinner. That spinner's value is already really worth it. If stars let you get control.
Stars is being unkind and not appreciating how much is on the line here. The top 2 players from this group are going to move on to the final 4.
Again, 3 stars, and then it just drains. The thing is, the stars targets are getting you a lot of side-to-side action. It's a risk-reward game. It's built into it.
Oh. Just having a hard time getting a hold of anything on this game.
I usually like to wait. I keep those bottom 2 stars for the last 2 that I try to accomplish because they love to hit and go out.
Again, still very close. Still anyone's game here. Players are starting to really like this. This is to make it to the final 4. There's a lot of pressure here, and stars is an equalizer.
And I believe they're playing for a pot where first place might be 1,300, somewhere in that range.
Oh, yeah, I didn't actually look at the prize pool. Okay, ball 4. 2 chances to get a hold of this game, and you just need 1.
You'd see even with just 2 stars lit, that spinner was highly valuable.
Yeah, 1236 for first place.
Nice bounce pass to Cradle.
Good. Oh, good choice. Good choice to bounce over and beautiful spinner. Yeah, this spinner.
Almost 20,000 off of that spin.
Yes.
4 stars. Just need this.
Yes.
Oh, good save. Oh.
Still, the way things are going, 95,000 is a solid place to be.
Great progress.
Nice bounce.
early on that spinner shot. There's that side-to-side action you were talking about.
4 stars. Oh. The 4 stars is where you really start to, it's like you're 1 star away from letting unlimited 100K specials, but you also have a very valuable spinner.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting decision point. Nice nudging from Jane there to get the ball out of danger, away from the in-lane, out-lane area.
Survived the outlane.
I like the active nudging.
And that's lit for, I believe, 400 maybe?
But,
With one leg?
600, I think.
600 with
200
one leg?
plus 4.
Okay. So that was a good spin also. All those bounces and it did not light the green.
Oh,
Still 83. We once again leave 1 drop target on the right bank. Fell down. Got the white star for free.
Got a brick, I believe, on that drop target up there. Thank you, in-lane. Good choice.
Going for the double bonus off the drop target.
One more target on each side. Bonus is up to 10,000 right now. No.
All right, final ball of the round. This is exciting. Pressure. Stars. Oh no.
oh.
Still, 98 is a decent game.
Yeah, with the way this Stars is playing, it's still some work for people.
3 bonus advances off the in lane there.
Oh, good.
Post.
Thank you so much for saving the ball. Making some progress. Spinners aren't juicy, but they still make progress. Up to 9,000 in bonus.
Oh, not that time.
Jane just needs 14,000 to overtake the leader, which
I believe that punches her ticket if she passes Carrie. I've been told never to do that in the booth. Don't do math. Don't do math in the booth.
you know, I see it as a blessing every single time that in lane the game gives you an in lane.
Well, that was a weak spin. What happened? Oh no, that had spin.
Okay, there's our double bonus. She's got 3,000 currently. Having some great saves down there at the flippers.
Triple bonus.
Triple bonus. So we're looking at, well, it's now 7, so 2,100 in bonus. That'll help bring some distance.
Another in lane. beautiful spin. This ball's going great. Oh, and that is 1,000 a spin right there.
Another start. Jane will be happy with that.
Fantastic. So what did she get up to? 13,000 in bonus?
13,000, so 39. It was a great final ball there.
Unfortunately, she caught a switch up there at the top, so that ends Yasmine's game.
That confirms that Jane and Stacy will be, or
Jane and Carrie.
Jane and Carrie.
Carrie will be moving on. My apologies.
And we'll just check in and see what the scores are for the other group. After 2 rounds, Ariel and Emily are both sitting at 6. Ashley has picked up 2, and Leslie has a bit of work to do. Oh, and we're over to Funhouse to see that game.
So Ashley still has outs, depending on what ball this is. Right, Superdog, one of the first modes in pinball.
I did not know that. So we're entering mid-game and we're sort of assessing and trying to figure out where we're at. Super Frenzy is outstanding. Frenzy scores are given to you in bonus, so once you start a Frenzy, make sure you do not tilt. I like going for the left orbit and running into the pops. She looks like she's going to go for... She's up to 2 million in her Frenzy so far. Complete, but she's going to get those points here in bonus.
This is ball 3, it said, so.
Yeah, I believe ball 3, we're going to be on player 2 now.
Ariel's got to feel pretty good with 11 million there.
So I believe Ashley would need to take a first and have either Ariel or Emily take 4th to get into a tiebreaker.
I don't fully know state here.
Yeah, I can tell that she's played her quick multi-ball. Looks like she's getting Superdog from the mystery mirror.
Still has a fair bit of time to get to 11:45.
And that will allow her to light locks or lock balls and start multi-ball.
Minutes more, up to 9:35. Still a fair ways to go.
With a multi-ball focus, I'd go left orbit into the pops, pick up some time.
Oh,
That was a tough drain.
So with that, Ashley won't progress in the next round. Actually, I think we know with that that Emily and Ariel will move on in the next round.
yep. And I think Leslie is playing for a finish position here.
Yeah, the points picked up in the round will matter for the final spot that you have for your IFPA points. So a win would still be helpful for Leslie.
And somehow back into the shooter lane.
I just don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
saw that rejection from the mystery mirror several times.
Oh.
Not 3 in a row, though.
$11:10, getting very close to the park closing.
Be great to see a multi-ball here. It's
There we go.
11:30. Set up for the shot and makes it. So one more ball needs to be locked in that same spot, and then shooting into Rudy's mouth. He will fall asleep. Shoot his mouth to start that multi-ball.
There we
Nicely
are.
done. Now we're just looking for this.
So you want to plunge around on this one. You were seeing the players short plunging on their initial plunge so that they could have a shot at the mystery mirror. But on this one, you want to go around or maybe into Rudy's hideout. Yeah,
No,
straight
there she
in.
does.
Outstanding.
So now you're million plus.
So there's a trap door that opens up that the upper flipper can shoot. She's got a shot at it. Stage
Nicely
flips
staged.
beautifully. Into the
Nice.
trap door.
There.
Nice.
Next jackpot will be worth 3.
A little early on the
Almost.
shot. Yeah. This is exciting. Here we go. Oh.
Oh.
Had to focus on the other ball getting kicked out.
Got to stay in multi-ball. Nice.
Another jackpot there.
Beautiful.
3 million. 4 for the next one.
And great save to keep the multi-ball alive. I believe that took the lead. It did.
So what's your strategy now? You're out of multi-ball. You're long way.
Mystery mirror is lit. I can't tell how many lights are complete, but it looks like quite a few are lit, meaning she's close to that frenzy. And those frenzy points can be huge. And you can pick up a frenzy here on the steps too if you plunge the first opening. I was getting hung up
Oh.
in that same way, scared each time that I was gonna. Oh, 500,000 award on the steps.
Oh.
Well
Still,
done.
Great
well
solid
done.
ball.
Great ball. That moves her into first for this game.
Oh, quick multi-ball. Now, on this one, Rudy's mouth is going to be unlimited millions.
But unlike the main multi-ball, they don't grow, so it's a lot of work for good points, but less points.
There's one.
One.
Oh, and that multi-ball is over. So one of the, here, well, let's see what they get. Million is lit, so that's back to Rudy's mouth. But one of the awards will open the steps, which gives the chance of the frenzy, and unfortunately, she's not going to get there.
So that will take us out of the women's semifinals. Moving on, we have Emily, Ariel, and from the first group, Carrie, and who moved on? And who was that? Who was our
Stacy. No.
No.
Yes.
No. Carrie and Jane.
Carrie and Jay.
But all 8 of them, actually all 16, including those in the quarterfinals, played amazing just to make it this far. It was a field of 77 people who have come internationally to play. So one of the toughest women's tournaments we have. We'll be leaving these seats soon, passing them on to new commentators. It's been great being with you guys and being here at INDISC.
Oh, thank you for sharing the booth. I really enjoyed watching the women's final. I'll be watching the final game from sort of back there.
Yeah.
Yep, just above us.
Big screen behind us. It's wonderful camaraderie here because everybody's watching and you can hear people saying, shouting and cheering and things like that when they're watching the big screen.
Also, a big thanks to all of the INDISC sponsors. So thank you, Yegpin, Scorbit, Pinball Profile. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of them. Marco, we appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
INDISC isn't possible without wonderful sponsors, and we've got one of them here. You can see the banner behind us here. Scorbit is one. Jay Adelson joins us right now. Tell us about Scorbit.
Scorbit is connected pinball. Any kind of pinball machine you want to connect to the internet, share scores, challenge each other, have a good time. That's what Scorbit's about, getting more people to play.
Well, it's great for tournaments because as scorekeepers have to wait for the scores to come up, you don't. It comes up right on the tablet for Scorbit, but also too, why is Scorbit great for operators?
Oh, it's amazing. It tells you when your machines are shut off by that pesky bartender, or sometimes it actually tells you how the statistics of the game is playing so you can adjust it in order to make more money.
That's Scorbit. Scorbit.io?
Scorbit.io.
All right, check it out.